quick introduction. This is Drew Bailey. This is Rob's brother, the taller brother. And obviously everyone knows Austin. So, yay! So how I start these is I always start with a group selfie. So if you guys can stand up. I don't know if you're going to be in it, but you can move over if you want. And then get back to your seat. So do something cool. No smiling. We want something fun here. And that is how you start a seminar. So, what we're going to do today is just basically Q&A, but I'm going to start with 3 questions, and these 3 questions you're not allowed to ask. Question number 1, where is Rob Bailey? He is not here, obviously. Drew Bailey's here. Obviously, there was a good reason why he's not there. He's handling some stuff. He's taking care of a friend of ours. Next time, there's always next year. So, question answered. You don't have to ask that one. Question number 2, how do I like Australia? I love Australia. You guys are the fucking shit. Oh, wait. There's kids here. Lots of them, probably. You guys are awesome. You're very happy and wonderful. No, I do obviously love Australia. I don't know what it is down here, but you guys are very friendly, awesome. And I think a lot has to do with, I think fitness and being healthy is big down here. And when people are healthy, they're happier. So it's just a happier place. Aussie is happy. So yes, we love it here. We're doing a tour, 4-day tour. We're doing 8 appearances in the next 4 days. So if you guys are from, Melbourne, you're here. Then we're going to Adelaide. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. Then we're going to Gold Coast. Anyone from the Gold Coast? Yeah. And then last is Sydney. So if you guys are from those areas, make sure to go to runeverythinglabs.com. See where we're going to be. We're doing 2 store appearances a day. So if you haven't had enough of me yet, come and see me again. So we will be back. We'll be back in Australia. Rob will be here next time. Question number 3, you're not allowed to ask. How was the flight over here? It sucked. I don't know how you can make 23 hours good. I can't sleep on the plane. If I had a first class is like a down payment on a house. So we just can't see that making sense. So I didn't fly first class. Economy plus sucks. So it sucked. But I'm here now, so it's awesome. Yay. So those are the 3 questions I wanted to cover. And then it's your turn. So how we're going to do it, Austin has a mic, Drew has a mic. You are going to raise your hand if you have an awesome question. And it can be about anything. It can be about diet. It can be about training. It could be about my goats. It really doesn't matter. I know a lot of you have questions, and don't worry. This is the teacher in me, no question is a bad question, unless it was those 3 that I just covered. Then it's a bad question. So let Austin know, and we will go over it. Most of the time, if you're thinking of it, someone else is thinking of it too. Over here. You got to speak loud.
Hey, GLB, welcome to Australia.
Oh, thank you.
I was really impressed that you actually went up and gave CrossFit a go this year. And, head to head with Miranda, you're looking pretty good. Would you maybe consider doing the Open next year?
I have a lot to work with. The coolest thing with that whole thing is CrossFit is awesome. I love CrossFit. I love the intensity that it gives. I love the workouts. There are certain aspects that I'm like, oh, that's a little weird. Some of the exercises are performed differently. So we've been actually incorporating fit-ish kind of. It's more cross-training, like at the end of our workouts. How many people followed the REL purpose? Or maybe you're doing it now. You notice that we had almost like a powerlifting, bodybuilding, CrossFit, all in one workout. There's no rhyme or reason that you have to follow in training. It's whatever works, whatever you like to do, you do it. And I always had a little, I'm not going to lie, when CrossFit first came about, I was like the anti-CrossFitter. Like it didn't seem right. It looked really very dangerous. And it is actually very hard on your joints. I was so sore. So Miranda came up for a week and kind of showed me like all the different kinds of moves, like how to do thrusters, how to do kips. And I wanted to learn because that's what this is all about. Like I know how to do bodybuilding. I know how to do that and slow controlled movements. It's all a learning process. So like that's what I like to do now is I like to learn different types of fitness and incorporate them into it. So I still do it. It's not strictly CrossFit, but like some days like we do like a CrossFit style workout where it's more basically just putting things together, supersetting, and that's it. And that's really what CrossFit is. It's a giant circuit, and you do it as fast as you can. But I love it. Miranda's awesome. I don't know if you follow Miranda, but you should. She is the CrossFit me. And that's how I started following her. People used to tag me and her when her hair actually is short. She has extensions in. But we were basically spitting images, and I started following her a year ago. I was like, oh, that chick is rad, and she like looks like me. So we started talking. I think she actually emailed you or Rob or something, said she wanted to come and train, and we're like, hell yeah, like come out. Stayed, and now we're besties. We're best friends forever.
Hi Dana, thanks
Hi.
for coming. Great to see you. I've got a question for you about diet. I believe Rob, your partner, is a vegetarian. Would that be something that you would think you might do with your diet and supplementation?
Actually, we're both. So weird thing is, and this is why, maybe not the full. Well, it's part of the reason. There's two reasons why we're switching to the foods we eat. So Rob is an ovo-pescatarian, so he only eats fish and eggs. And the eggs come from our own chicken. So we raise our chickens. We get eggs every day. So those are ours. But he basically just eats fish, maybe tofu. Might have an echo in here. I sound weird. Tofu here and there. I stopped eating all red meat. Pretty much anything that has 4 legs, I won't eat. And yeah, thank you. But part of that is when we got goats, I didn't realize how much they're like dogs. Like I got them at 1 week. They were about a week old. So I bottle fed them for 2 months. So I'm mom to them. So they follow me around everywhere. And they listen to everything I say. Goats are like cows and cows are like this. So anything with 4 legs, I don't eat at all. I haven't quite been able to get rid of chicken yet, but I do limit it as much as possible. So when I'm at home, because I have someone that actually cooks my meals and makes my fish taste awesome, because if I was cooking fish, it's like, ugh. So someone else cooks it and makes it taste really awesome. So I generally eat all fish and the occasional chicken, but I'd like to kind of cut everything out. And I don't know how it is over here, but the meat industry in the United States is absolutely disturbing. What they do to the animals is absolutely disturbing. I'm an animal fan. I love animals. So I don't really want to play a part of that. So that's kind of both the reasons. It's like because I have my animals and it makes me think of them. And I wouldn't eat a dog, so why would I eat my goat, my pet too? And goats are very similar to cows. I just feel like they have feelings, and I just don't want to be a part of it. But I think it's been working out really, really well. Rob, if you've been following him, been getting shredded. And another thing on the diet aspect is we started doing intermittent fasting. So we started doing pretty much everything opposite of what a bodybuilder does is what we do now. So instead of eating 6-7 meals a day, we eat 3 meals a day. So We do a 16-hour fasting window, which we start at night. And Austin does it too. It's actually growing. A lot of our employees are starting to do it too. You just become more productive. You're not watching the clock like, oh my God, I got to eat again. And you have to take the time to warm something up or cook something. You have more time during the day and you're not ingesting all these calories. So you don't have to do an hour of cardio a day. It's like my cardio is very limited. I tend to be able to, I think, cheat a little bit more because I'm not eating as many calories during the day. Keeps your stomach nice and tight. Because again, like even though you're eating small portions 6 or 7 times a day, it still adds up and you're still eating all that protein. You got to break it down. So by the end of the day, if you're like on the bodybuilder diet, not saying it's bad. If you're doing it, it works too. There's all diets work. You just have to figure out which one works for you. But I always notice at the end of the day, like I felt kind of bloated. My stomach was distended because you're eating a lot of calories and a lot of them are coming from protein. So now I'm only eating 3 times a day in like an 8-hour window. And it's just a lot easier and I get more things done. But yeah, so that's a great question. Great question.
Hey Dana.
Hi.
Just wondering how you do with all the negative comments on social media.
Fuck 'em. As easy as that. I'm sorry again. Jesus. But really, that's really all it comes down to. When I first got into this, like everyone has dealt with some sort of like negative comments, maybe like throughout middle school, you've been picked on and this and that, and you go through like body image disorder, like sometimes you feel fat when you know you really aren't. And honestly, fitness industry, I see it the most, especially like with competitors, because when you get on stage, if you are a competitor, and if you guys are competitors, take notes of this, but when you get on stage, you cannot keep that look. It's not possible. But once you get on stage and you get shredded, that's in your head, that's what in shape looks like. So then you gain 10, 15 pounds if you're good. Some people gain a lot more than that, which is not good. But you put 10, 15 pounds on, and really that happens in about 2 days. So it somehow takes 16 weeks to get shredded, to get this dialed in look. And in 2 days, it disappears miraculously. I don't know what the science behind it is, but it happens. And you just can't keep that look. But in the back of your head, that's how you just picture yourself. Okay, this is what in shape looks like. So anything not looking like that, oh, I'm fluffy. You know, all the girls are like, oh, I'm fluffy right now. Or like guys are usually say I'm bulking and all that nonsense. But like, that's not good. That's not a good way to think of yourself. I'm at probably the best shape of my life. I'm not going to say I'm not shredded. I think in some aspects I'm shredded, but I'm not like vascular and thin skin. This is what me healthy looks like. On stage, that's not always the healthiest thing that you want to look like. It's not. A lot of the people that do that, you take drastic measures, you're dehydrated, you're on low carbs. Some people do all sorts of crazy diets. It's not always the healthiest way to get there. So you got to keep that in your head. But I see that a lot of negativity comes with this sport because it's very opinion-based, and you also have to get with that. So if you put yourself out there, you need to be able to handle the comments. Being on social media, regardless of who's making it, if you post a picture, you have to know that eyes that maybe you don't know are going to see that picture, and you just have to be okay with whatever comments. You're putting yourself out there. If you don't like to hear or see those comments, don't go on social media. God, no, don't go on social media. It's the devil. It's absolute devil. But you come to a point, and with me, it was a little weird at the beginning because I didn't really understand why. Like, that person doesn't know who I am. Like, do I really look like a dude? Like, am I really that ugly? But it's also good to have a good support system. I don't know if either side is your support system, but it's good to have someone next to you always telling you, no, I like the way you look. You look good how you are. So having someone like Rob who constantly told me that all the time, and especially in competing. When I was competing in figure, do you know how many times I've been told that I should go get breast implants? Like from judges? Like basically they straight out told me to. If I wanted to do better, do this. And luckily, I like to bench more than I like boobs. And I also had an awesome husband who supported me with my decision and said, look, if you don't want them, like, you look good how you are. And that's a big thing, is having that support system near you. And all those negative things, it might even come from your own family. It might even come from your friends. So those people, you just get rid of them. Now, family, sometimes you can try to show them what you're doing, because it's a weird sport. There's an understanding. So it's also your job to teach them like what you're doing and how you're doing it. And look, I'm being healthy and this is good for me. So teach them. And if they're not on board, all right, see you later. But I only surround myself with positive people. Anyone around me, you're a positive influence in my life. You're only going to take me up. If there's anything negative, I don't talk to you. So same with like on the internet, those comments, I don't read them. I read them, but I don't think about them. And you just don't think about it. As long as you're happy with yourself, that's really all that matters. And who gives a shit what Joe from California thinks about me? If I'm happy and my husband's happy, then that's all that fucking matters. God, I'm just gonna say it. I cannot filter myself.
Over here.
Oh, there you are.
Hi, Dana.
Hi.
My question is regarding when you travel for competition when you're flying, how do you deal with fluid retention on the flight?
Oh, I wear compression socks, that's for sure. Those are a must. And make sure you're drinking a lot, because you sometimes, especially on like these longer flights, like I forget to drink, and that's when you actually retain more water. So as long as you keep your water level, keep it going on a regular basis. And then I wear compression socks. Like I know people were wearing like full compression leggings and stuff, but I sweat too much, and then that gives me anxiety and I freak out on the plane. So I just wear compression socks. But it is, just keep your water up, and then, stay hydrated, compression.
Question over here.
Hi Dana, how are you?
Hi.
I saw you were pissed that you still and stuff, so I got your hat.
Oh, hell yeah.
So, also, are you going to compete again, or are you done with your competitive days? And if so, what are you going to focus on?
Right now, we're so busy, obviously, with the Run Everything Labs, and we just opened up our first public gym. So competing, for me, it's hard, because it's like a love-hate. Like, I love being on stage. I love everything about it. I actually love the whole process. I know I complain sometimes, and I'm hungry, and I hate, like, there's points and times where I'm like, why am I doing this? But it's like a true testament. I love challenging myself. That's where I get into all these other avenues of like the CrossFit. It was a challenge for me because I've never done it. So I wanted to challenge myself. I wanted to try something new. The powerlifting, started doing that because I love the challenge. And so bodybuilding, that's the whole thing, is just a challenge. It's 3 months of mostly not just a physical challenge, but it's a mental challenge. Like you're completely challenging your mind to make sure you're staying dedicated and eating the right things, and you're doing the cardio. So that's a big thing. So it's also a passion. There's not, like, I'm not gonna lie, there's you don't make money doing this. I mean, unless you're Mr. Open, Mr. Olympia. Girls, we don't make money doing this. So it's just a passion. Unfortunately, it's not like the NFL where we can go do our sport and actually make money doing it. We have to do other things on the other side to make money and make a living. So that's our biggest focus. Is our passion is also you guys. So being able to travel, and when I compete, I don't travel as much. I'm very secluded because it's intense. Like I can't miss meals, and I can't skip my cardio, and I got to make sure there's gyms. So traveling kind of decreases a lot, and I'm not as productive. Although someone actually asked me a question. I think actually it's in the next MD issue. I see you back there. They asked if I was going to, because of the intermittent fasting, if I ever did compete again, if I would go back to my old dieting or if I would stay with what I'm doing. And the cool thing is, I would like to possibly compete, but do it my new way of training and my new way of dieting. So that would be cool. But the thing is, it has to make sense. Right now, I don't know if it makes sense yet. Because if I do decide to do that, it's sort of a selfish decision, because we have a team, we have employees, I have my husband. So for me to go out and do this, I kind of take myself away from that a little bit. So I'm not as helpful, I'm not as productive on that end. So it's just, everything has to like make sense. So we'll see. I'll make the decision in June, but really the only show I'll probably ever do is like the Olympia, maybe an Arnold, but right now, I don't know. I'm loving life though. I'm loving life.
All right, we have another one over here.
Hey, Day.
Hi.
My question is, what happens next? So you got your business, made your mark in the fitness world. Where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years?
Right now, our focus is really going mainstream. Not necessarily TV would be awesome. That would be cool. We've actually been hit up by a lot of reality TV shows, but we turn them down because I want to stay married. You know what happens, reality TV show, they all get divorced. I like my husband, so, hey, bud, you want a hug? Hi, a hug? You just couldn't help yourself. Here, say. I'll do that too. Thanks, bud. All right, go get him. You are good. You're better than I am. I should have you up here. Thank you. Crap, I forget what I was talking about. What was I talking about? Oh, what's next? The what? Oh, reality TV. No, I don't want to do reality TV unless we have full production, like full say. So that would be like Austin takes care of that or something. Yes. But no, our whole goal is just to keep traveling. We really want to because bodybuilding and fitness, it seems like a big thing because of this whole thing, but in the large scheme, like especially bodybuilding, it's such a small little niche. And people are very scared still, of females with muscle. So I want to try to get out there as much as possible, really relay, look, girls can be strong too. We can have muscles too. We can do everything a boy can do too. All right? It's not just for you guys. So I just want to really get out there and just spread the world with fitness. Don't be scared of females being stronger than you guys. I'm sorry. Just don't be scared. But really just want to get out there as much as possible. We are also we just opened our first public gym. We're looking to franchise. Don't even think about Australia yet because we haven't even franchised in the United States yet. But we are looking to possibly franchise Warehouse Gym because it is such a huge passion of ours. And our gym in our hometown, it's the sickest gym, I think, in the United States. Very hardcore, but it's clean. We have awesome equipment. We have very revolutionary equipment. Actually, some of this stuff right here by Prime, revolutionary equipment. And we're constantly changing stuff all the time. So you know how gyms, you might go to a public gym and it looks the same for the next 10 to 20 years. The equipment's in the same spot. Nothing new has changed. So we came in, redid everything, brought in new stuff, and we're constantly changing it. So when we started our small squat program, so before I think there was maybe 3 or 4 squat racks. So we started this program. We noticed like, okay, everyone sort of follows what we do. So everyone started kind of squatting with us like every other day. So we noticed we needed more squat racks. So we bought a huge Rogue rig that had like 16 squat racks. So we're constantly, if we see that things are being used or we need redone, we're the type of gym that like gets new stuff all the time. And we're always looking to expand. So we're looking to make this gym the best gym in the United States, maybe worldwide. That would be awesome. That is way, 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 way future. All right. But that's where we're heading.